sorry, are you? They were certainly in a hurry.
Looks like they dropped something.
Let's have a look.
That isn't yours. You oughtn't.
No, I ought to. And good thing I did.
Why? What does it say?
Rose to strike northern hideaway. Warn them to flee at once.
What?
Rose. The Bloodrose Legion!
Let's hurry north, to the hidden village.
Well, hello. Quite the dashing little dandy, eh, my friend? But pray, mistake me not. I've no interest in children, and still less in men. But yes, this is quite the merry band. 2 boys, 2 girls. Double date, is it?
Double date?
How charmingly hot-blooded. Ah, youth, look at me. You're making Old Red blush. Ah, beg your pardon. That was no criticism. I'm proud. Envious, even. Hard to believe I was that young once. Time's remorseless arrow, eh? Now look at me. Just a sad pile of bones and flab and tarnished dreams.
I'd be happy to tear those bones up any night, DeRosa.
Stop it. We've got kids watching.
Curious. I feel a reflexive, uncontrollable revulsion.
So tell me, my little dandy.
You're addressing me?
I am. Tell me straight. Just how far have you gotten with her? What? Not even held hands? That's worrisome. You're making the Red worry. Women are fickle beasts. Another fellow comes a-courting and they're apt to flit off. Take me. If I saw an opening to chat her up, I'd have her in my pocket in minutes. Seconds!
What?
Excuse me? Are you really gonna flirt while I'm standing right here?
If you'll pardon my saying, I doubt Edea fancies shallow old men.
No need to get heated, lad. True, you have your youth and innocence and baseless confidence. As well you should. Stay just as you are. We'll see if she does the same. Just remember, it's not innocence a girl wants. It's a thrill. That and a refined technique.
Technique?
Ah, but I'm afraid you'll have to study up on that one alone. Take care.
Edea, just what manner of technique do you look for in a man?
Sorry, I'm pretending I misheard you.
Is it clever conversation? A gift for cooking? Swords and sorcery? Kissing?
Right. Now I'm pretending I didn't hear you at all.
Just what are these techniques? I stewed on it all night and came up blank. Next time I see that red character, I'm getting a demonstration, one way or another. It's late for a lady to be wandering about. Shall I walk you home?
It wasn't enough. The hairpin, the dye, I used them both. But it's not enough. More. I need more. I can be prettier. Have to be. He laughed his smug laugh as he said it. I've a secret beauty potion. But it wasn't enough. It's not enough. Red hair left the basement. None of it lasts. Potion wasn't enough. Basement. So dank. I woke up and screamed. More! I need more!
What do you make of all that?
I pride myself on understanding women, but she had even me at a loss.
Hey, isn't that the...
Come, we're following him. I intend to see this so-called technique for myself.
Why do I have to come?
So exhausted. I didn't sleep a wink. Someone, give me a lap to lie in. Need sleep.
Hey, isn't that the...
Come, we're following him. I intend to see this so-called technique for myself.
Why do I have to come?
You look positively ragged. Still obsessing over what that red fellow said?
There's something about him, something shady. We tailed him, and he just vanished.
Sure you didn't just botch the attempt? I'm sure you're an old hand at chasing skirts, but you've no talent for tracking middle-aged men. Right. This looks like a woman's job. He seems the type to leave a trail of broken women behind him. I'll judge him for myself.
Don't. Please. I don't want you going near him. Just the thought of you and him.
I'll thank you not to fantasize. Besides, have some faith. Do I seem the type to fall for a washed-up philanderer? I'll just put on a little act and see what his game really is.
But how?
Well, first...
Is that? It's the one from the Sage's collection.
The Bravo bikini, wasn't it? I didn't realize Adia had it.
One glance can tell you it doesn't fit. Clearly, the woman is fearless.
Are we sure this is wise? It might attract the wrong attention.
I told her to scream if anything happens. We have to trust her.
Hey, they're gone!
But I didn't hear a peep, let alone a scream.
In any case, we have to find her.
Have a look at this. Something is caught between the paving stones.
It's a scrap of the bikini. A hidden passage, then? I knew it! That explains the disappearing act. Agnès, follow me! And don't leave my side, no matter what.
Why do you say that?
Women are fickle beasts.
Come again?
Well, are we going in? I don't see the red man down here.
Secret passages and now this?
What is all this? It's all machines and laboratory tools. And row after row of those vials.
There! Adia!
She's breathing. Knocked out, but otherwise fine, thankfully.
All these women left here unconscious. We have to free them from this place.
Ah, but that would put me in quite the bind.
It's the old red man!
Now that is unfortunate. Red is a fine nickname, but you've gone and butchered it.
I'll ask this once. What have you done to Adia?
Ha! I gave you fair warning, boy. Said I'd have her in my pocket, didn't I? I'm telling you, it's all in the technique and the technology. Take that device there. So it churns out a little toxin called pheromore, see?
Toxin?
As in poison, yes. Follow along. You mix pheromore with Nitafix. And this cologne is born. give it a little spray around the collarbone. Can't imagine the stuff is good for you, but my, is it effective. Any woman within arm's reach falls for me. Guaranteed. A slave to my every word. So yes, there's a chemical technique to start.
Why do this? To attract women? Why imprison them here then? What are you really after?
Simple. The Red always has his eye out for women that might prove useful. Ladies in the right places to help me climb my way to the top. Once I spot them, it's just a matter of making them fall for me. That part's easy. Then they do my work for me, whatever I say. Recruitment technique? Check.
That's it then? All this for some lazy ambition?
Now, don't get ahead of yourself, boy. What goes into that machine there? Ah, the women. It extracts the toxins from the seduced women to make cologne to seduce more women. Rinse, repeat. There's a fine technique for bringing down a nation.
What? You can't. Who are you?
Hush, darling. Red still has the floor. Now, I never forget a lady's face. Ever. It's my gift. I knew yours in an instant. Imagine my surprise seeing not one, but 2 golden geese trundling along behind you. How you saw them as anything but an opportunity, I'll never know. Were I in your shoes, boy, I'd use every trick of the trade to make them fall for me. Once they're in love, they're yours. You've won. For women are creatures of emotion, my friend. Bar wench or Grand Duchess, a gal in love will give anything, do anything for the man she loves.
And her wishes, her identity, these mean nothing to you?
Does a carpenter care for the wishes of his hammer? Tools ill have need of identities. Regardless, your capture will be my ticket to riches and glory, and I thank you for that. A traitorous runaway and a wanted witch. I can think of no 2 finer instruments.
He's Eternian. Are you with the Legion?
Quiet in the back, thank you. Where was I? Ah, yes. Techniques for getting ahead. Use every tool in reach till it crumbles to dust. That's how a man succeeds. A dandy.
A man who would call a woman his tool is no man. My friends will suffer no further insults.
Since you're clearly incapable of managing my nickname, let's make this formal. I am captain of the Eternian Forces Bloodrose Legion, Red Mage Fiore DeRosa. Seems a tool used wrong makes a fine weapon.
Then what? In the end, he went to all these lengths just to use women?
Have to wonder whether a more direct approach might not have been more effective.
Look here, at these papers. I imagine they're his writing.
Reports? They're awfully thick.
Thank you for coming to my rescue, all of you. I was careless.
Ringabel led the charge the whole way. Direct your thanks at him.
Thank you, Ringabel. You're squarely on the white as the driven snow list for today.
Appreciated. Come to think of it, that suit is the wrong size for you. You're liable to...
Excuse me? Just what is that supposed to mean?
Why are you upset? It's a simple fact that the size isn't...
Ugh! I'm moving you to my dead to me list.
Good. It looks like we're in time.
Is something wrong?
Gather your families and run! This place will soon be attacked!
What? No, it's the truth. Now hurry! You've got to be kidding me!
This is no time to be laughing.
But it's too funny. How could you fall for it so easily?
What? Hurry, girls! Send word to the Valkyrie!
To think so simple a snare would work on the infamous Vestal.
What's become of the people of this village? You didn't...
Gone, and not by my hand. This place was deserted. Though I cannot say whether the original inhabitants left alive or dead. Agnès Oblige, Vestal of Wind. You will come with me.
We won't let that happen!
Einheria.
Do not resist. Running is futile as well. You're perfectly surrounded.
Einheria!
You've not been given leave to speak, Adia.
Friend of yours?
Why are you doing this? This isn't...
I've warned you not to speak.
I'm afraid I cannot keep silent. Agnès is my friend.
Yes. I've heard all about you, Adia. Traitor to your homeland. Ally to that monster. Alternus begged me to talk sense into you. He was beside himself.
He's not. Alternus has nothing to do with this.
You and I learned the sword under the same master. We shared a vision, a dream. We swore our blades to the service of Eternia, and pledged to fight for her future. Yet here you stand, a traitor.
I had to.
To free mankind from thraldom before the crystals. To create a new world where all can live in peace. These are the tenets of the Grand Marshal's philosophy. The same that you denied when you betrayed your homeland and spat in the face of your father. Why, Adia?
I knew nothing before. I was innocent, ignorant. But no longer. I've seen the world with my own eyes, judged right from wrong for myself. And now I can say with all confidence, you are wrong. All of you. The Council, the Forces, the Legion, none of you are making people's lives better. You burn cities down, bleed people dry for money. One atrocity after another.
You mean to deny your own father? Just like that?
Yes. I don't understand what he's thinking. I can't accept it.
What have you been looking at this whole time? The Vestal's illusions?
I know what I've seen. I'll let no one deny it, not even you.
This is my final warning. Return to your father's side, Adia.
I cannot. I won't. I can never go back to the Eternian forces.
The Grand Marshal's orders were to eliminate any obstacle.
Father!
Your words have made this clear. You are an obstacle before me, Adia. I'll not hold back. Your treason ends now!
here!
Good luck!
You've grown stronger.
Einheria.
Why do you weep? You've bested me. Be proud.
I never wanted.
Adia, hear me now. My final request. Meet with him. With your father. Face to face. No more intermediaries. Look at him. Look at him, and you'll see it. What he seeks. I know.
I will. I swear it to you.
Good. That's good. My sisters, you've come to guide me.